Would you believe that every day, 3 or 4 new families move here to Granbury County, Texas? I'm going to show you why. I'm David Orcutt with Winston Properties, and I help buyers, sellers, and people relocating to the Granbury area, which is about 30 minutes southwest of Fort Worth. When I grew up in Fort Worth, I remember Dad driving us out to a sleepy town called Granbury to see a show at the Opera House. Later, after 8 years as a naval submarine officer, I joined a hospital company that moved me every 2 or 3 years. But in 2006, they moved me here to be the CEO of Granbury's Community Hospital. I worked here for 15 years, but this was not the Granbury I knew as a kid. In 2019, it was recognized as the 9th fastest growing county in the country. And within a year of moving to Granbury, I called and told my boss, I'm not moving again. This is where we're gonna raise our family. We're still here 16 years later, and both sets of grandparents have moved to town also. It's where my family chose to work, play, and surf, because Granbury has so much to offer. We've got a beautiful lake, an active downtown square, progressive schools but with low property taxes, great healthcare, and a conservative, family-minded community. Now, some people might think small town life is boring, but here there are so many ways to play. First off, the square always has something going on. Parades, car shows, performances, shopping, festivals, but also I'm a fan of all the music and shows we have here. Community theater, civic orchestra, and of course we have great music at our churches. But one of my favorite ways to play in Granbury is Lake Granbury. It's 20 miles long and it brings all kinds of family fun. Obviously boating and fishing, but wakeboarding, wake surfing, and there's lots of options on the fitness side. Although I'm a tennis guy, we have tons of golf, gyms, running, hiking, biking, martial arts. It's all plentiful here. We have 7 golf courses. We have 3 small airports, tons of unique restaurants. And then if you want wineries, distilleries, breweries, we have about 10 of those. Did I mention the Y Walk and that old opera house that I talked about? It was renovated in 2012. It's 125 years old. It puts on some fantastic plays and music. So the thing about Granbury is, it's a very giving community. You can find a place to serve. We have local churches and charities that are very active in the community. And that's a great way to meet people when you're new in town. Mission Granbury, CASA, Unified Granbury, Christmas for Children, United Way of Hood County, all dozens of organizations that can help you get involved with. But when it comes to buying and selling real estate, there's a lot to consider, especially if you're moving to a new area. How much space do you need? And what's your budget? Where do you work? Is commuting important? Do you want a more rural setting, or do you want to be closer to people? When it comes to housing, that's where Hood County really shines. In 2022, the average home price in Hood County was $350,000. Very affordable. In fact, if you come from California or New York, you might even call that cheap. But here, you can live off the lake. Homes there cost from $200,000 up to over $1 million in the HOA type area. And don't be fooled by Granbury's population on the web of 12,000. The central area of the county around Granbury is about 40,000 people, and Hood County overall is 65,000. But just about 5 years ago, the secret got out, and now we're growing at about 5% annually. People are moving out of the DFW Metroplex, but also from both coasts, as people find housing very reasonable here, and also such a welcoming community. Granbury is the place to work, play, and serve. If you're interested in moving anywhere in the area, I would love to help you find the right community for you. It would be my honor to serve you.